Dana White responded to a fan telling him to announce the fight that he's been teasing. Dana posted a photo of his bull to his Instagram. He wrote, "My boy's big debut tomorrow." This user replied saying, "Who cares about your cow? Announce the fight." Dana replied saying, "LMFAO, I'm never announcing it. How handsome is that bull? Say it." Magomed Ankalaev had a message for Alex Pereira today. Ankalaev recently hinted that he would be defending his light heavyweight title in a rematch with Alex in August. However, there has been no official announcement. Ank posted this to X, or it may have been Ali Abdelaziz, who knows. It says, "At Alex Pereira, do you still like fighting? I have a feeling you are done." Tai Tuivasa reveals he's weighing over 300 pounds these days. Tai has not competed in the UFC since last summer, where he lost a split decision to Jairzinho Rosenstrike. He is currently on a 5-fight losing streak. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, Tai said, "I'm going to go back into the cage. I'm going to aim for the start of next year. Look at me. I need to get back in the gym. I need to get ready. I'll be 140 kg, approximately 308 pounds, easy. It's big whatever it is. I don't know. It's big. Definitely that's why I needed this break. I feel much better now I've had this break. It's kind of grounded me a little bit in what I want to do. I've been going hard in my business and stuff like that, so it's definitely given me some time away from training and from fighting. But we're fighters, so it's naturally in me and I'm kind of missing it now. I definitely want to get back into it, but I want to come back and I've got something to prove. I'm not done yet. I think after the last fight where I was like, I should have smashed him. I was like, I need a break to get back to why I want to do this. Winning is winning and losing is losing. But going out there, it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on your team. I needed to just get back to ground level. I kind of feel like I'm back there now. The only thing is I've got a bit of kilos on." Dricus du Plessis has shut down the rumors that he has a broken shin and will be out for 6 months. Dricus posted this to his Instagram. In the caption, he wrote, "Okay, so everyone had their opinions and rumors and stories about a shin break and injuries, etc. I found it all very entertaining. Unfortunately, none of it is true. Myself and the UFC already discussed a fight date and opponent. The June fight was never signed. I did not pull out of any fight. I am the champion. I know when I fight, you as a contender, just show up when we tell you to. Fight announcement coming soon, stay tuned. Hashtag prepare to be amazed." Caio Bahayo left a comment on the post. Caio was the one who started the rumor about Dricus breaking his shin and was pushing for an interim title fight against Khamzat Chimaev. He wrote, "Bro, why you do that to me? Stop giving me hope like this." Despite the recent trash talk between the two, Carlos Prates says he is unbothered by Ian Garry. Last week, Ian called him a quitter. Prates says when he steps in the cage this weekend, there will be no emotions and all he's thinking about is winning the fight. He believes with a win over Ian, he will be 1 fight away from a welterweight title shot.
You know, he's a good fighter. He have a really good skills, you know. His last fight he lost, but also he got short notice, you know. He have a really good level, but I try don't think about that, you know. I just think about me, about myself, about my skills, and about to be ready to beat anyone on my weight division. No, it don't matter what we say outside of the octagon. For me, don't gonna matter, you know. When step in the cage, no emotions, no feeling, just get the job done. You know, just win the fight, don't matter where, don't matter how. I just thinking about to win the fight. Yeah, I think it will be after beating Ian Garry, I'm gonna be maybe 1 fight too far away of the title shot, you know, and it's really important for me. I want to become a champ. I work hard for that, and I just think about that, you know. After winning Ian Garry, probably 1 more fight and I will be with the title shot. Bro, I think the best team in the world, you know, Fighting Nerds, and also VTT is the team of my city. So I'm here, I'm knocking people out, I'm getting the bonus, really good performances. So I'm sure I'm ready to beat everybody on my weight division, you know. I have the best coaches. I'm living my best life, so I think I'm on my prime, you know. Now I'm trying to be athlete, you know, not only fighter, you know. I'm trying to be a real athlete, you know, working with my nutritionist, my doctors, eating really good food, healthy food, you know, try to stop smoke, drink less party, to be everything to become a world champion. And it's gonna happen, I promise, really soon.
Sean Brady went off on Ian Garry. He reposted a recent interview Ian did with Full Send MMA. He wrote, biggest claim to fame is losing a decision to Shavkat, crying like a baby he didn't get a title shot off a loss. And now claiming he will get the title if he beat the number 13. Make it make sense, clown. 0 top 5 wins, calls himself an elite striker, but held on for dear life against MVP.
Joaquin Buckley barely speaks f***ing English, and Sean Brady looks like he's out of Lord of the Rings. So no one gives a f*** about these guys. Neil Magny's soul, here look, there's his soul. You watched that fight, right?
I did.
Belal Muhammad says that Islam Makhachev has nothing to gain by fighting Ilia Topuria. Belal thinks Topuria needs to earn a title shot by fighting a contender first. In an interview with MMAfighting.com, Belal said it's crazy. The people never want to give Team Khabib their respect. They want to see them lose so badly. They just want to shun them and put hate on them no matter what it is. When he beats Alexander Volkanovski, who was the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world at the time in a close fight, it's like, oh, he sucks. He didn't finish him. He should have finished him. He's a 145er. And then he goes out there and finishes him, and it's like, well, Volkanovski is a 45er. So now Topuria, I think he's a little bit smaller than Volkanovski. He's going to move up, and if Islam dominates him, then it's, oh well, he's a 145er. He can go back down. There's really nothing to gain for Islam for fighting him. When Islam said let him fight somebody else, earn it, he's not saying I won't fight him. He's saying let him earn it. We've had to deal with this already. People are already shunning my resume. They're hating on me no matter what. So let him go out there, beat a Charles Oliveira. Why would it have to be for a title? You vacated your title. You wanted to move up on your own. You don't want to cut the weight. It's not like you defended the belt 10 times at featherweight or 5 times. When Volkanovski did it, he already beat everybody there. He earned his shot to move up. Topuria, he had Diego Lopez at the time. He still had Yair Rodriguez down there. Movsar Evloev, who was undefeated. There's still a lot of guys at 45 to fight. He's just choosing to move up on his own. That's why I think he should fight at least one more fight at 155 to earn a title shot. It shouldn't be an interim title shot. It shouldn't be nothing, because Islam's defending every year. Despite reports that Dricus du Plessis is dealing with an injury and is unable to defend his middleweight title at UFC 317, Daniel Cormier does not believe an interim title fight is warranted. DC supports the idea of a matchup between Khamzat Chimaev and Caio Borralho, but feels it should not be contested for an interim belt.
But we need to give Dricus du Plessis his flowers and put some respect on that dude's name. Every time he fights, we start in retroactively talking about his greatness. Oh man, I'm so tired. I cannot believe that I did it again. I cannot believe I doubted him again. Now it's time to respect him as a champion. One time Cain Velasquez was out for 2.5 years. It was almost 2 years before Fabricio fought for the interim championship. This champion deserves the ability to deal with his injury. And sure, Khamzat's frustrated. But yeah, I'm frustrated. I wanted to see Khamzat fight for the belt 2 years ago. That's how special he is and how good he is. I thought he should have been fight for the belt. Whether it was 170 or 185, I don't care. He's that special. He should have fought for the belt already. But now I think he's gonna have to wait. But then what happens? Is he willing to wait? Dricus told you he hasn't been that active. It's all time wasted. You only get to be young once. You gotta fight. And if you gotta make a fight, Borralho seems like a great answer to that.
Joe Rogan thinks Jean Silva looked like a future world champion in his fight against Bryce Mitchell, where he won by submission in the second round. On the Joe Rogan Experience, he went on to say the fight I really wanted to see was Bryce Mitchell versus Jean Silva, because Jean Silva is a motherfucker, dude. The guy looks like a world champion. To just beat Bryce Mitchell from pillar to post the entire fight, was smiling and laughing. Looked like he was never threatened or in danger, just like he was on another level, way above Bryce. Looked like a world champion. Even guys that have beat Bryce Mitchell before, except Josh Emmett, who just KO'd him with one punch. But even Ilia Topuria had to get a hold of him first. Jean Silva made it look like it was never a fight. He was just having fun. And then finally just puts him to sleep. He's an animal, man. Aljamain Sterling says he would put his money on Ian Garry this weekend over Carlos Prates. He says if Ian is smart, he will test Prates' grappling.
But I'm just saying, if we just look at the overall performance, it's competitive with a lot of these guys. And then you have Ian Garry, it's competitive with these guys until it's either not. And again, it's a fight. Like, I don't think they're not going to steamroll everybody, right? But
right.
It's hard for me to go, this is the guy that's going to be unstoppable and hard to beat. I don't really know I don't know. I feel like the hype is real of Carlos Prates, though. And I think he has an aura about him right now where I think after that Shavkat fight, it was kind of laid an egg. But again, it's one of those things, that wrestling threat. This is going to be all striking, I would imagine. Unless Ian is smart to try to test the grappling of Carlos Prates. And that, for me, I think is enough for me to bet on Ian if I were to bet. So I don't know. Yeah.
Some fans are concerned for Ian Garry ahead of his fight against Carlos Prates this weekend after photos emerged of him which shows he has a noticeable mark below his eye. To read off some of the reactions on X, Ian Garry has a nasty cut. This is going to open right up if Prates connects. Ian Garry with a gnarly cut on his face. Will he need an early submission to avoid a late doctor stoppage? Ian Garry is sporting a fresh cut on him just days out from his fight against Carlos Prates. This could easily open up after a few punched, and hopefully it doesn't develop into staph. Some fans, however, don't think this is a big deal whatsoever. Nasty cut? It's a blatant scratch. It's literally a scratch. Y'all dudes be reaching so hard. And 'tis a scratch. Ian Garry is going to dog walk Prates, mark my words. What do you guys think of this situation? Post your opinions in the comments. Israel Adesanya made an appearance on the Pound for Pound podcast this week. Izzy discussed his previous fights with Alex Pereira and says he has no interest in fighting him again. Go check out Izzy's full appearance on Pound for Pound. Links in the description.
And people get greedy again. They're like, oh, we got to do it one more time. I'm like, bro, why? Like, why ruin a good thing? That's such a great story, a great ending. And he's still
got him last later.
Is it? That's not fair.
Yeah, nah, but
That's not fair. You can't make me play this game 4 or 5 times, and then
again,
when you finally beat me, you're like, "Damn, I'm done. I'm done."
I need to get one. Hey, you just need to get one, and that's the
why
important one.
Being like that.
Yeah, but again, you got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yeah, but
I'm a gambler,
that's also part of being a competitor too. Because man, that I just beat him. Like I'm leaving on top.
Also, he's a hard fight. Like he knows I'm a hard fight. Like it's not like it's. Again, I'm not scared to fight the guy. It's a hard fight, and whenever I fight him, I know I'm in for it, and he knows the same thing. Right. So I finally got what I needed to get from that saga. And if I beat him now, what are they gonna say? Actually it's 3-2 or whatever. It's like they'll make up some new shit to say. I'm like, I'm not fighting for you. I'm fighting for me, and I only have so many fights left. That I can't just fight the same person over. It's like best of 7, best out of 9. Like, what we playing?
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to Chael Sonnen saying that Tom Aspinall will be defending his interim heavyweight title once again, this time against Ciryl Gane. The first one's from Newcomer. It says, honestly, at this point, Aspinall should just leave the UFC and go fight Ngannou. The second one says MMA community is so tired of this Jon Jones saga. If he doesn't want to fight the rightful challenger, let him vacate the belt and retire. Simple. And the final one's from Daniel Sullivan. It's in reference to Jon Jones receiving a challenge coin from Donald Trump. It says if Jon Jones received a challenge coin, his wife deserves a Purple Heart. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.